Hey everybody, Mike here. It is day 28, November 28th. It's the Monday right after Thanksgiving. And this video is in regards to the 30-day raw food challenge that I was doing. And I feel like I didn't do a real good job this last week or so, with Thanksgiving and the weekend. Had a bunch of sick people at my house. Just really kind of a rough last week. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually heading out of town here, going to a convention in about a week and a half or so. And when I actually got started with this 30-day challenge, the actual challenger class at the Green Boheme didn't start until like the 9th or something like that. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna extend my 30-day challenge, for maybe another week and a half or so, so that I end up at the same time as the other challengers. So mine will be more like a 40-day challenge or something like that. But then that way I can kind of get back on track. But let me share with you what happened. So basically we had a bunch of sick people in the house. I got sick, my daughter got sick, and then right after that we had the Thanksgiving, and it just we ate non-raw food. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's no whatever. I mean, I'm not really feeling too bad about it. But here's the interesting thing that I found out was I weighed myself this morning because I basically just kind of fell off the wagon on Thanksgiving. I was like, I'm always the kind of guy that goes, well, F it, man. I just since I've already done this, I may as well do that. So in the last 4 or 5 days, I've eaten fast food probably 3 or 4 times. Just out running around doing stuff, setting up Christmas lights. It's a lot easier just to swing by and pick up some fish tacos or something like that instead of trying to go home and cook something. I've had pizza. I've had Thanksgiving. I've had pie, all kinds of junk. I weighed myself this morning. I picked up about 2 or 3 pounds, but I don't feel great. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where this is what's going to happen, but then you do it. And for me, like, I like to have like proof. Like, you can tell me something all day long and that's fine, and I'll and I can believe you at a certain level, but once I actually get it kind of in my head and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see that that's what the change is, or that's what's happening, then it kind of really solidifies things for me. So I'm going to go ahead and extend this for the next week and a half, and I'm going to go ahead and just get back to basics. I'm going to do my juices in the morning, which I had this morning, was fantastic. I hadn't juiced in probably close to a week. I'm going to have my smoothies at lunch. I'm going to have my afternoon snack, which is either going to be some fruit or a handful of nuts. And then I'm going to be cool with my salads or something like that for dinner. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of crank this thing out the last week and a half and really see what happens, okay? So, other than that, it was pretty good. We went out, did a little Black Friday shopping. Pretty pumped, though. I'm going down to see Tony Robbins in about a week and a half. We're going to spend almost a week down there with him at this thing called Date with Destiny. I think part of what they talk about there is also going to be nutrition and stuff like that. So really what I'm trying to do right now is I'm really trying to surround myself with a lot of people that are talking about nutrition. I mean, this is really an area that I want to focus on. This is an area that I want to get better at. So, I'm watching the movies and I'm reading the books and the China studies and Forks Over Knives and Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and fooding, all this other stuff, and I'm just going to keep on plugging away on it, And the thing is, this last week wasn't great, but, if I take a look at, this month as a block, it was a heck of a lot better than the month before. And, and that's kind of the way that I'm looking at this thing. I'm not going to really stress out too much about it. It's like, look, it wasn't great. Things happen. I've been eating like crap for 40 years. So, if I fall off the wagon, go for a couple days where I don't, no big. I'm getting back on it. Had my juice this morning. Looking forward to my smoothie. And that's it. So day 28, the 30-day challenge, like I said, I picked up a couple of pounds. I'm down maybe 7 pounds, something like that so far. I feel better. I was actually met with Brooke this weekend. She said I looked better, so I don't know if that, how that goes. That's kind of one of those things. It's hard to tell yourself, but I feel better. I feel comfortable in my own skin now. Before I just felt like sausage casing kind of stuff. So, I'm looking forward to this next week and a half, really kind of cranking on it and seeing, seeing exactly how good we can feel before we take off. Okay, so that's it. 5-minute mark. I am out. Happy Monday. Peace.